Redditors who go into people's houses for their job. What is the strangest/creepiest thing you've ever seen or experienced? 1. I'm a pool guy, and I often go into people's backyards to clean their pools. One week, because of a holiday, I was cramming 5 days of work into 4. On a hot summer day, I walked into a backyard, passed through both gates, and was met with an unusual sight. 2 people were completely unclothed and cuddling on a poolside recliner. I looked at them, they looked at me. I immediately turned around, and they ran inside. I see the owners all the time, but I'd never seen them before. The next week, I went back, and the wife was outside. We started chatting, and I asked if she'd had any visitors recently. She said no. I let her know I saw some people in her backyard, and she cut me off, saying, "Yeah, surprised you haven't met them. Let me introduce you." They were brother and sister. They canceled service within 2 months. 2. I used to volunteer for a wildlife rescue. I went to an elderly woman's house to pick up a baby bird she had found. When I arrived, she carefully uncovered it from the towel she had placed it in. It was just a chestnut. 3. A couple of years ago, I worked for a cleaning company. On one of my first days, I was cleaning a woman's house and entered a room on the 2nd floor. The room was full of only clocks and mirrors. I've never been so aware of my own mortality. 4. Back when I was a door-to-door salesman, I had a couple of odd experiences. One guy gave me a tour of a massive backyard shed he used for fermenting wine. It was actually pretty interesting. He explained a lot about the process and what it was like running a home winery. He didn't buy anything from me, though. Another guy did buy from me, but when I stepped out to print his receipt, he was waiting for me when I returned, wearing nothing but a very short bathrobe. The robe just so happened to fall open as he received his receipt. He then asked if I'd like to stay for coffee. I did not stay for coffee. 5. A few years ago, I volunteered with the city council to help clean houses after a neighborhood flood. One house belonged to a couple who ran the local convenience store. They asked us to help remove water-damaged carpet from the ground floor of their house. As we were removing the carpet, we noticed it extended in one piece under a closed door and into a locked room. We asked the lady of the house if she wanted us to cut the carpet at the door and leave that room untouched, or if she wanted to open the door so we could remove the carpet there as well. She replied, "I'll check with my husband. That's his special room." This led to some nervous, puzzled looks among our crew. What does a middle-aged man who owns a convenience store keep in his special room? Eventually, the wife came back with a set of keys and told us we could remove the carpet there. She unlocked the door, and we all crowded around as it opened to reveal a room with carpet up the walls, a mirror ball on the ceiling, a stage at one end with a PA system, a projector, and the fanciest karaoke machine I'd ever seen. Special room indeed. 6. I used to install dish network for a living. One time, I was installing for an elderly lady who complained that her sister's TV always showed the same thing as hers. I had a 2 TV installation order, so I figured I could fix it. When I finished, I was demonstrating the system to her when she looked into a full-length mirror and complained that her sister's TV was still showing the same thing. I noped out of there as fast as I could and left detailed notes on the account in case she called back. 7. I used to do pest control. While baiting a house for roaches, I made my way to the bathroom. On top of the toilet tank, there was a decorative bowl. Nothing unusual, right? Except the bowl wasn't full of extra toilet paper or washcloths. It was full of white cheddar Cheeto Puffs. 8. Not my job exactly, but I guess I was working. I had been divorced for a couple of years and was helping my girlfriend move into a new apartment. While putting stuff away in the kitchen, I found a 15-year-old photo booth picture of my ex-wife and her sister. They looked to be in their early teens. Turns out, my ex-sister-in-law was the previous tenant, and that was her junk drawer.